Hello everyone, Super Smash 77 here, back for another video, and today we are going over my Switch predictions, and yes, I am literally waiting until the last possible moment to make this video, but better late than never. Anyway, let's get right into this. Now, I'm not really going to be talking about the console itself too much, mainly just the games, but I will say two things really quick. One, I do think the Switch will be $250, because honestly, I think that's what they need to make the price for it to succeed. I mean, I think it can still succeed at $300, but anything more than that, and it will honestly fail. Like, I would be pretty shocked if it didn't fail. And I also think the tablet will have a touchscreen. But anyway, let's get into the games. Now, starting off with ports, obviously we already know about the Mario Kart and probably Splatoon port. I mean, it could be Splatoon 2, but I honestly think it is a port. For Splatoon, honestly, I don't know really what I would want. You know, maybe more story content, but really just more maps, more weapons, more customization options, maybe the Octolings. That's really all I want. But as far as Mario Kart 8, you know, they can give me any character they really want. King Boo, Dry Bones, Paracoopa, I don't care. You know, whatever tracks, doesn't make a difference. But if there's one thing I would want, it's Kirby Air Ride content, you know? Even if it's just a remastered track from Kirby Air Ride, plus like King Dedede, Kirby, and Meta Knight, plus like the Warp Star or something, I would be happy. But if they actually added like City Trial into Mario Kart, like imagine instead of adding like a new battle mode, which a lot of people think they're going to do, and I do agree with that, but instead of doing that, what if they just made the new battle mode City Trial? I think that would be honestly amazing. Like, I personally would love that. I don't know if everyone would love that, but they should. Really, they should. But moving right along into Pokken, obviously, there has been quite a few new characters for Pokken, but they've been exclusive to the arcades right now. What I think they're going to do is they're going to port the original Pokken to the Switch, then they're going to add in the characters from the arcade, and probably 2 exclusive characters to the consoles. Granted, when you say exclusive characters for console for fighting games, it's only timed exclusive, so they will come to the arcades at one point. Not that it's really a big deal, it doesn't matter if they're exclusive or not. You know, my guess would be Gen 7 Pokemons. You know, probably Rolette's Final Evolution, I forget its exact name. And Type Null's Evolution would be my top 2 picks, and yes, I know I don't know their evolution names, forgive me. You know, I just really love them, I love their designs, they're just awesome to me. And last but not least, the port that you all probably know I want the most, Super Smash Bros. 4. Now, I think we all know this will most likely happen, and it will probably add Ice Climbers. I mean, based on reports and stuff, they have been done for a long time. I mean, apparently they were running in the Wii U version, so I would assume they would have to be like, what, at least 50% done to actually test them? You know, so I think Ice Climbers, without a shadow of a doubt, will come to Smash Switch. Now, I think Wolf is also pretty likely because, obviously, from the ballad, that just showed how much everyone really wants him. And I do want him as well, but someone I want even more would be Snake. Now, I know he's not the most likely, but Konami is shown as one of the third parties on that little, like, picture infograph thing, so it could happen. I mean, I know Kojima is the main reason Snake got in Brawl, and obviously Kojima is no longer with Konami. But you know, Kojima did ask Sakurai to put Snake in before Smash 4 even released, and I'm sure even though he's still not with Konami, I mean, I'm sure he still loves Snake, and I'm sure he would love to see him in Smash 4. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. But yeah, you know, I would love to see Snake. Real quick, I would just like to bring up Mother 3, which I do think will make its way to the Switch. And I think they're going to have like a virtual console montage showing off GBA games, DS game, GameCube games, maybe even Wii and Wii U games, I don't know. But what I really want to talk about real quick was indie games. I don't think they're going to have much of a presence here. The reason being is the 2 biggest indie games that could have came to the Switch, being Shovel Knight and Yooka-Laylee, are already confirmed. So unless they have like exclusive boss fights or like worlds or something, I don't really see them being, you know, brought up really at all here. You know, maybe mentioned, name dropped or something in a picture, but I just don't see them making that big of a presence. Moving right along into third-party games. Now, I think the companies that are mainly going to support Nintendo with the Switch, not even at launch, but just in like the beginning in general, are Ubisoft, Square Enix, Namco, Sega, and Capcom. Now, obviously, Namco has been helping Nintendo on tons of games, you know, obviously Pokken, Mario Kart 8, and Smash Bros. So I'd be pretty surprised if some of their games didn't come to the Switch at launch. Like, for instance, at the Wii U's launch, it actually launched with Tekken Tag Tournament 2. So I think it's a pretty good guess that Tekken 7 will be on the Switch. Maybe not at launch, but at some point. Ubisoft has already shown a bunch of their support with probably Good and Evil 2 or Beyond Good and Evil 2, Just Dance, and stuff like that. Square Enix has shown a ton of interest. In fact, I think they were the first person really to show interest in developing for the Switch. They said that they're bringing, I believe, Dragon Quest 10 and 11 to the Switch, at least in Japan. Hopefully it makes its way over here. But I would not be surprised to see something like Final Fantasy VII Remake, since Cloud is in Smash Bros. Maybe even some Kingdom Hearts titles, I mean, that one's a little bit, more unlikely, even though there were quite a few Kingdom Hearts games on Nintendo handhelds, like Dream Drop Distance. But personally, I would love to see like 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, Kingdom Hearts 3. I would love to see all of that on the Switch, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. As far as Sega, we already have Sonic Project 2017 confirmed, and I think we could see the first footage ever of that game at the Switch event, possibly. I know it's not very likely. I'm giving it like a 20% chance of happening. I'm not expecting it, but I could see it happening. And obviously, we could see Sonic Mania. That obviously is not coming to the Switch at the moment, but it feels kind of weird that it's not. I don't know. I mean, like, why is it that Project 2017 would come to the Switch, but Mania wouldn't? That's just weird in my opinion. And then Capcom, I could see a Monster Hunter port of the latest one, which I think is Double Cross, and maybe a Mega Man game, if they would ever make one. And now finally on to the new games. I think the new Mario game will be at launch. I think they will have a story trailer for Breath of the Wild. I honestly hope they don't really focus on Breath of the Wild too much besides like a story trailer, because they already have so much gameplay, so I don't really want to see too much more of the game. And since it's probably going to launch in March, I don't even need to see much more. I think we could see a Metroid announcement. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think we all know, Nintendo knows, that we want a new Metroid, a real new Metroid, and I think they might just announce it. I could also see a new F-Zero, and I think this is probably the most likely prediction I have on my list, and that is Hyrule Warriors 2. Now, Hyrule Warriors 2, or not Hyrule Warriors 2, but the original Hyrule Warriors, despite being on the Wii U exclusively, is actually the best-selling Warriors game, which does make sense since it's Zelda. I mean, that alone is going to help you, sell some games. But the fact that it's the best-selling, considering how long the series has been going on, is kind of sad and good at the same time. I don't know. But it would be really weird if they didn't make a new Warriors game for a Nintendo console, considering how well the original one sold. Now, it could be Hyrule Warriors 2, or it could even be something like Kid Icarus Warriors or Fire Emblem Warriors. Golden Sun Warriors? I don't know. Speaking of Golden Sun real quick, I forgot to mention this earlier. Isaac for Smash. Isaac for Smash Switch. You all know I want this. I should have mentioned it earlier. I apologize. But Isaac for Smash. Let's make this a real thing. Please. Please, Nintendo. Please, Sakurai. But just moving right along, like I said, I think Metroid and F-Zero could happen. Obviously Nintendo knows we want it, but will they give it to us? Who really knows? Yeah. And for my final prediction, that's mainly just a joke, I'm going to say that the Nintendo Switch is going to come out March 28th, mainly because of this tweet, and that's it. But yeah, that's pretty much all my predictions. It's kind of hard to predict an event like this because Nintendo will literally do the exact opposite of what you're thinking. But I'm super hyped for the event. It is obviously tomorrow or today, depending on when I upload this, at 8 p.m. Pacific time and 11 Eastern time, which is super late. Probably the latest Direct ever, besides I think E3 2013, because that Direct went on for a while. But yeah, I'm Super Smash 77. I'll see you in the next one. Over and out.